Hello folks and welcome back to Chaos Gate Daemonhunters. Last time we put our paladin through his first paces, and now we're going to go deal with the third Reaper. Third of 5. 2 Reapers down, third one to go, 1 Morbus opened. We're going to be traveling over the open Morbus as well. I wonder if that's going to cause problems. Hopefully the Geller field makes a difference. Warp from disturbance. Enhanced Geller field. Yoink. Right, the prognosticars are now doing 10 warp surge per turn. Nice. 15 warp surge suppression per turn. Keep it going. We are 7 days until we have an Augurium. Enhanced Augurium, so if it takes 7 days to get there, we'll put a prognosticar there, I think. Titan's back online. Augurium 2, 1. We'll wait. I will wait 1 day for this.
This Reaper tends to the Tentarus strain. The Codex calls it Munificus the Undying.
Munificus the Undying.
We shall have to put that title to the test.
You sound almost eager, Hector. I like this new tinge of bloodlust. It makes you sound almost...
Human?
What? Is that so terrible a thing to contemplate?
My augmented genetics are a gift from the Emperor. Were I raised a simple human?
Oh, simple, am I? I should have known where my natural genetics would rank me in your esteem.
You accuse me of intolerance? That's plenty ripe coming from you.
Intervention. The Astartes and the Inquisition both exist to serve humanity.
You are quite right, Dominus. Inquisitor, you have my apologies. The chapter's training is singularly pragmatic. If I came off crudely, I regret it.
No, the fault is mine. Compared to the endless scheming and bootlicking of the Administratum, your unfailing bluntness is refreshing. Let us move forward, united, and destroy this Reaper.
What a random little side conversation there. I'm going to wait a single turn, just with the Augurium online. There we go. Start new project? We can't really start new project, but our first prognosticar will be there. Hopefully that means we have Warp Surge or Willpower, the stratagem slot for the last stratagem. There you go. I'm not going to do the second one now because it might be dependent on where we want it next, but I'll be very happy if we can do this now. Oh, the Paladin's back in 1 day as well. I have no idea if the Paladin's going to be required for this, but... Come on, give me a day. Yeah, good. Boom, Sky's back in a day as well. Go. Right. 5 requisition, -5 corruption, we get a tier 3 war gear. Other than that, nothing really grabs my attention. It would definitely have minus only plus 30 per turn. And the Munificus the Undying. This stick is constantly evolving and seems to be capable of healing at an astonishing rate. Okay, so healing is your thing. Healing is your shenanigans thing. Okay. I am thinking that I want to keep mostly the same team for this. And my thinking is, I want to keep Basque just because Basque is going to be very good at tanking. Tritosi is going to be very good at tanking. That's the whole point of Tritosi, is to be super good at tanking. He might have a lot of autos that involve healing and stuff like that. So I wanted to say maybe take Purgator with Sky to keep poking at that. I want a good healer here. I'll take Barrick, I think. Is Barrick back online? Barrick got all pissy because it didn't take him for the last boss. So you know what? Here, go for this one. Your next level, I think. Your next level is going to be Terminator Plate, and having you not in Terminator Plate, as cute as it is, makes you less survivable. So it'll be the Apothecary and War Skull and Terminator Armor. Okay, let's do this. Your ranged weapon. Let's give it something with good range here. Traitors do have the longest range. You can stay far enough back and still poke. You will take the Glavian All in case we need purging, because that's my other thing. Mutations and healing. So my other person I want to take into this, probably in slot 3, is going to possibly be Shaitan. Shaitan or Warsmith specifically to stop all this shenanigans. Hero's Plate? No, what is it? Credendo of Will? Super Serval Skulls for you. You have 2 souls anyway. In that case, it makes really no sense to give you Glavion's Soul, does it? Take an additional passive slot. Okay. You can take equipment for. So I can give you an Aegis Shield of 5 points. Or an additional 35 focus. Which again will make your purge 100% guaranteed. You don't need an extractor skull either. Don't worry about the extractor skull, take a Haler skull instead. So you basically, you can heal. You have 2 Medicaid skulls and 2 Haler skulls. And increased focus for the purposes of surgical adept. I guess that also works out. That's mainly so the purge also goes off whenever it needs to go off. You. Stunning isn't going to be relevant here. Against the boss anyway. So you keep your Storm Shield. That's increased armor. The defensive position's fine. Hell. There you go. Even more armor. Base armor of 6. Now, 2 things I want to check. First of all, so your defend tree. You can warp charge. Okay, all it does is warp charge for additional armor. Okay. Not the best in the world, but hey. Oh, smite tree would be very interesting for you, I think. Just because with the storm shield, you don't actually get a ranged thing, so you'd be able to smite will give you a ranged option, and you can get the. Oh, you don't get the unlimited range one, but you get armor pierce. You don't get the unlimited range one that the librarian gets. But range 10 4 damage is essentially a storm bolter. Okay. So, actually, I don't actually. Other than maybe the ability to warp charge it to make you extremely tanky, I don't really feel the need to do this. Okay. So you do 6 damage natively. The Recanter does additional damage and has a bit of crit chance, but has less crit chance than this does, and does less crit damage than this does. Although I can make this do 7 damage. The alternative is we give you Scourge of the Damned, which doesn't cost stun damage, but you do a native 7 damage. You can force strike to give 9 damage, and I don't think you'll be able to parry a Reaper, but on the off chance that you can, you also get an additional little bit more crit chance here, 20% crit chance. You also get Hammer Hand, and your frag grenades doesn't do much. You know what? Go full on melee. Take Daemonhunters, 35% crit chance and plus 5 crit damage. You're gonna go in there and start wailing in melee combat. For you, isn't going to be Sky. As Q is going to be there, it's not going to be you. The idea is, I think I need someone to consistently purge. Now, can you consistently purge? You get a 50% purge on Cleansing Flame, a 50% purge on Cleansing Flame, and an infinite burn as well. Your flames also do they also inflict infinite blindedness. Your flames of purity cause infinite blind. Interesting. I can't say it's not tempting. It's definitely tempting. And you are a grenade beast as well. Huh. Loadout, ranged weapon, incinerator. It's gonna be you, isn't it? It's definitely gonna be you. Because you're just straight up better than everyone else. increased arcs as well. No, it's fine. You don't need that. Right. Your weapon, so your armor, will be the grenade armor. Gives you additional ammo, additional range, additional something else there. Good. Your grenade slot will be crack grenades for the potential armor breaks that we need there, and psychic grenades for additional damage as well. I think you're as good as you're gonna be. And then we're taking the purifier as well. Rugen as well. I guess we are. Oh. Because you were the one using the grenade of this, weren't you? You were the one using that. Which gives you 3 grenades of each type, plus the demon stinger. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be you. We're gonna swap you in for a Shaitan.
Zebes.
You got Thorn's Glory, you got Ferocity, you got Demon Demonica. You can purge. Was it your melee attacks purge? Your 4-strike purges. Your 4-strike purges 100% of the time. You got a base 60% purge on your cleansing flame. Your burns, your flame afflictions are permanent. Your critical chance is 55 base. Not 55 base. 55 with the Demon. So you got a pretty high critical chance anyway. All you need is good armor, I think. Oh, you got good armor. You're already wielding good armor. What's your armor? The 10% focus armor. 25% focus armor. So this is giving us 10% focus and some willpower. Or this is giving us 25% focus and some willpower. And giving more... Yeah, hang on. Equip that. Pinned is 100% anyway. Let's give him more willpower. More HP. And more focus as well. Why not? This means that your purge is now 90% with Cleansing Flame. So you can purge if you have to. Guaranteed. Well, not guaranteed, but 90% is pretty damn close to guaranteed. I'm going to do a quick save here, actually. That one. Was one from last time as well. So I'm going to do a quick save here. Right. So the healer, the tank, stopping autos from triggering, and purging if required. Purging also happens with Apothecary Harn. Beric. Let's go. I forgot to check my stratagems, but never mind. Most of my stratagems should be okay. We got a couple of... We have 2 extra uses, and we have the one that gives everyone armor, the one that gives everyone resistance, the one that gives quicksilvers as well. So the Centaurus strain is the mutation strain, like the one that super focuses on mutations. So hopefully, we get to deal with the mutations a lot. Hello, buddy.
This creature, it is Munificus?
Confirmed. Designation Chaos Spawn.
That is no Chaos Spawn I have ever encountered.
Analysis. No apparent defensive systems.
Is it possible this Reaper was somehow stillborn? Brothers, be wary as you approach.
Okay, what do we got to work with? Let's look around first of all. We've got plenty of seeds to use here to grab for extra willpower. Right, let's have a look here. Munificus, 50... Okay, this is definitely a mistake. Something's going to happen first. But you can mutate loads. Okay, you can mutate a lot. You mutate a huge amount. You have a Bile Spray, Diseased Talon is active on one side, Needle Spray active on both sides, Buccal Blast. Okay. You're immune to Purge. Okay, flip that around, it's immune to Purge. Unfortunate, but it's immune to... There you go. Bloom Haze, 1 crit. After he is attacked, Munificus automatically heals 100% of his HP. Okay, we have to keep destroying target points. We'll always heal to full. Whenever he's crit, we'll drop a hazard over area 3, summoning random blue spawn. But whenever we crit and whenever we kill a target point, he loses 7 max HP. Reflexive leap, when crit, leaps a bunch. You can be disrupted. So we can disable. We can. That's the first thing we're gonna do. The first thing we're gonna do is disrupt you, to stop all that from happening. Then right talon strikes adjacent target to do knockback. Left needler does a spray. Left pus sack does 0 damage but inflicts vulnerable. Right nuclear launcher there's a range there. Right fleshy abundance there's a blast that knocks back, and the tail. Okay. So the first idea.
Yes, Commander.
As we move over here, hang on, move over here because you get 2 left
Moving
over.
out.
At which point we're gonna shoot you with disrupt shot. Jumps to safety when crit. You are not immune to disrupt as far as we know. So you are disrupted. Yeah, you heal to full. We understand that. We understand that you heal to full, but you're also disrupted for a turn. So right now, we'll Gate of Infinity right nearby here. Can you move away? Okay, so Zabus. You have a 65% chance to. You can be stunned. You can be stunned. After all that shenanigans, you can actually be stunned. Really? Execute's probably not going to kill you. But anyway, we'll start.
That's it, brothers.
Update. The limb has transformed into pure bloom essence.
Brothers, watch out for those blue spawn.
Okay, that's 2 of them down.
Unleash me. Emperor, guide my hand.
Disable. Bash. They're all plagued. In which case, hang on. We did a teleport already. Let's do, hang on. We have another free use, don't we? We have another free use. We'll Quicksilver Shaitan. Because Shaitan does a lot of damage here. And has a high chance to crit. Now we've done all the ones, we're gonna Tide of Shadows to clear all the mutations. We're gonna go Prognostica's Influence to give us all a bunch of armor. Sorry, Sanctuary. Right. You've had your turns. 5% crit, although if I hit you, you'll immediately die and stuff, so this is gonna be weird, and I don't like this, but it's all about the crits. It's all about getting as many crits as possible here. Because the second you heal, 5% crit chance. 35% crit. Right, you have a 5% crit chance here. I mean, this doesn't actually make a difference at all, because again, the damage we do is irrelevant. That was probably the wrong way of playing this, but it's still amusing me to no end. I'm assuming you guys are all immune to all stuff, aren't they? Yeah, immune to all effects. I can't hailer them, unfortunately. So what I guess what I could do is move away, but that seems awkward and ill thought. That's why there's so many of these around, because they want you to guarantee the ability to get like as many hammer hands as possible. Okay, what can we do now? Because you pin, but pin doesn't. Armor pierce on you is unfortunate. Armor break on the bloom globs. Yeah, there is problems here. This is not a free solution.
Amateur!
We do what we can death-wise. Okay, well, let's see what happens on their turn. If you're gonna keep killing your things, by all means do so. The first thing I gotta do is disrupt shot again. Every time, we've got to disrupt shot. We have to disrupt shot every time. Because he does too many shenanigans to not disrupt shot.
Strong we shall stand. Pain is beneath me.
Let's speed this up. Armor breaks are fine. We can't get pinned. We ignore the pinning.
You cannot harm me.
Fascinating. Complete cellular atrophication and renewal.
Right.
Yes, the beast is mutated from the bloom. We should
It will
divine
attack
its
you.
strengths more thoroughly.
Immediately disrupt. So you can't do that again. And then now we can actually target astral aim you.
You will fall.
Disable. How much does like the stun actually does anything? I'm curious. But no, we have to disable body parts. So let's disable body parts as well we can.
Reaper appears unable to regenerate its limbs.
You hear that, brothers? Press the advantage.
Hang on.
Destroy this monster.
You were disabled, aren't you? You disrupted. You don't have auto abilities. You're also pinned, which is amusing. Okay. We can get a... Okay.
What is
Shaitan.
your will?
Run over there. Almost dead. Hang on, let's get this done real fast because we can. We've got nothing else to do here. Might as well. Kill a bunch of those. Don't they actually give you an experience? Did it? No.
Ammunition depleted.
And the hammerhand for the kill, I think.
The Undying was
That was
an
quick.
unworthy epithet.
That was
Well
ridiculously
done,
fast.
Commander.
The celebration can come later, Purifier. We must recover that prime seed.
Concordance.
That was so fast. I was very lucky.
Initiated.
But A, I rated that. I heard what was mentioned, and I went, okay, I need to break as many body parts as possible. I mean, I like to admit that maybe I read up ahead. I didn't read up ahead. I just guessed. If I'd read up ahead, I wouldn't have bought the purge. But yeah, if you're going to play this, bring in as many people who can hammerhand as possible. Or as many high crit weapons as possible. The fact that Shaitan has a 55% crit chance is fantastic. Get as many high crit weapons as possible. Because Shaitan pretty much wasn't solo work, but a lot of work. It's all about destroying as many pieces as possible. Astral aims would also work, although that would take a lot longer. Also, you definitely want to bring a disrupt, because I guessed we were going to need to do some autoing as well. I guessed we were going to have to auto stop some mutations happening. I didn't realize we'd have to disrupt to stop them from jumping away. That would have been a lot longer if I hadn't done that. Okay, what are we getting here? Skithings, no, fine. Gallon's Grace. 5 damage at range 10. With a chance to auto reload. Prosecutor, no, we're good, thanks. Piety. Resistance and armor. No. And 6 willpower. We'll take you just because that makes sense. This is straight up grab. Beric to level. Oh, hang on. Yeah, Beric to level 7. We were just talking about that, weren't we? Yes, we were talking about. We'll give you Apothecarian Skull and a Terminator Plate. And Terminator Plates. Bam. And you, we're going straight into a smite, aren't we? Just the ability that you can start poking at range with a shield active. Because then you go into here, which is Fear of Ancients, which gives you a little bit more range as well. Although you do want more will points at that point as well. Arcane weapons, I guess you have more use of it than a Purgator does, and you can have ranged weapon discipline here if you go down the side cannon. Okay, who's the... Okay, hang on. There was a... I'll have to check in a bit. 1 second. Right, that's confirmed for me. Now, I was going to ask, there's somebody... There was a splash screen that has a Terminator Plate with a side cannon on the arm. Now, Paladins can wield all kinds of heavy weapons. But I wonder, in this game, who gets the chance to do that? This is the 3rd Prime Seed, and I'm assuming that Vakir is getting worse and worse.
The Reaper is dust, and a 3rd strain grinds to a halt. Our crusade goes well. What say you, Inquisitor?
Yeah, you're falling fast.
Yes, a fine victory.
You were falling
Yes.
super fast.
I will await your next request to attune the Codex.
Are you not well?
I'm fine, yes. Simply weary from the last ritual. If I am needed, I will be in the Libris, attending to my work.
Ektar
Such a
suspects.
victory should have pleased her.
Yeah, she's falling fast.
Inconclusive. Emotions are inscrutable. Her recent biodiagnostics have all passed.
She listens to the warp's whispers day and night. Such communion takes a toll on the mortal mind. We will need to keep a close eye on her.
Yep. Although it might be like the stuff that happens in the novel Grey Knight, where the Inquisitor apparently goes mad, but turns out goes mad, but the madness, there is meaning to the madness, and the meaning is still helpful. Anyway, Ektar, let's talk to everyone.
Yes, Commander. Let us commune to defeat our foe.
The Inquisitor seems distracted.
Fear not, Commander. I shall keep a close eye on her.
If she falters, then I will act. Attuning the Codex is draining her, taxing her soul. Yet 2 of these Reapers remain unfettered. She must continue at all costs. Yeah, basically.
Go with the wisdom of Janus, brother.
We've still got 1 prognostic card to go. We're going to keep it for another Reaper. Lunette.
The edicts of machine spirits are silent. I await your input.
Do your diagnostics on the Inquisitor show any sign of taint?
It is factual to say that she is under duress.
I am no Magos biologist, but it is factual to say that she's under duress. Her heart rate is dramatically increased, and her brain flares, sparking like an old Vox unit. However, as far as I can sense, she remains free of corruption at the moment.
Proceed.
We have been waylaid here for a long time.
My logistician choir has been cogitating methods to gain ongoing supplies.
We have garnered unconventional options.
What do you propose?
The choir has pinpointed 2 likely inquisitorial enclaves in neighboring sectors.
We can requisition additional ordnance to maintain a certain level of functionality while we pursue this mission.
Are they close enough for astropathic contact?
In theory, although only the Omnissiah knows if they will listen.
I will need to speak with Inquisitor Vakir and insist she provide us with inquisitorial level waivers to ensure they heed our request. That's all for now.
All praise to the machine god.
Indeed. And you, Vakir.
Can I help you, Commander? And yet, I feel uneasy instead of jubilant.
Sorry, missed my vote.
A third Reaper cast back into the warp.
I feel its grip in the mortal plane shatter, and yet I feel uneasy instead of jubilant.
You hesitate when we should rejoice.
I have been reprimanded before for following my intuition, where facts and evidence had been lacking.
My performance records are available to scrutinize should you have the authority to do so, which you do not, so let me save you all the unpleasant bureaucracy. I have been reprimanded. Yeah, basically, she thinks it's worse than it is. Yet my instincts have never failed me, and I have not once faltered in my duty.
Elaborate.
I have a foreboding sense that something is out of sorts here.
Nurgle is vigilant. He would not take our interference lightly, and yet we have seen scant sign of any effort to intervene in our mission. I don't mean to diminish his victory, but I sense the afflicting eye of the Plague God watching upon us. Watching. Waiting.
To what end?
I should not have burdened you with my idle speculations.
If I knew, I would have already devised several contingencies to protect us, but... Commander, please put this from your mind.
Enough for now.
Hang on, was there more?
Bloom
There was another line, wasn't there? Hang on. Yeah.
The Baleful Edict is a large ship, Commander, and yet your presence is always here.
Inquisitor, this work, it takes a toll on you.
We cannot fight chaos without sacrifice.
But do not fret. Even if my body weakens, my mind remains a bastion.
I have yet to see you at a devotional service.
I give thanks to the Emperor, but I do it my way.
That is the trouble with you Astartes. You see things only in terms of right or wrong. Binary, like the tech priests. In the Inquisition, we are taught to see the grey between the black and the white. I give thanks to... Yeah, you still
Enough
haven't
for
been going
now.
to church.
The bloom festers.
That is worrying. 9 days until the Grand Master's report. Okay, we don't have anything. Do we have anything else to go for? Nope, we're just going to go back to Centralville and await what happens next. I was expecting this to take 2 missions. All the previous bosses have, but this one's just... We were just uniquely equipped to deal with this very well. If we hadn't had... I think if we hadn't had Muxguy, who could disrupt the boss from a very long way away, this would have gone very differently. If we didn't have Shaitan, who has a ridiculous level of crit chance. Shaitan has a passive crit chance of 55%, and that's with very basic things going here. We could probably make this a lot higher. Because our melee weapon here has an inbuilt 30. Do you have anything with a higher inbuilt crit chance? 10% there, 20% there, 20% there. It might be that the falchions themselves have the super high crit chance. Again, which benefits a lot. I don't know. The one thing I regret seeing is I don't know if... Yeah, I think it's because falchions are basic crit machines. This would have been a 30% crit chance weapon as well. Or could be. But 30 is 30. 30 is not relevant. And 30 is a 30 is a 30 is a 30. Stupid cars outside. But yeah, like the fact that you 55% crit chance and then basically you were critting every other hit. You felt you were critting more often than every other hit. That was very, very helpful. The Paladin, again, the Paladin had Hammer Hand. I mean, honestly, I think anyone with Hammer Hand would have been nice there. Because again, the damage we were doing is actually irrelevant. What mattered was the crits. So Sky's the only person who's currently 6 or beneath 6, sorry, and is only 20 XP away from that. Once we pass 20%, everyone else is at least 700. Okay, anyway, we'll head back to Central next time and see what happens. Catch you next time, folks. Bye-bye.